It was the warm sun on her face that she's missed as much as anything, she tells us.
I didn't have normal days. It was a slow death. I used to wash the clothes and have cold showers. He shut the boiler down so I won't use hot water. I only had a shower once in a couple of months. I didn't have any clothes, only this one jacket the police threw away. He had 5 chickens he treated better than he treated me.
More than a decade ago, Baraa's father left her mother. He remarried, and that was when the brutality began. She says she was burned and beaten with a belt. She was physically abused. Most nights she would spend locked in the bathroom. Her father would give her a razor blade sometimes, and she told me he would tell her to kill herself. Visiting the apartment here in Qalqilya really only highlights the horrible abuse that she endured. For example, her neighbors recently pulled this cabinet away from the wall only to uncover more human hair. Her father would forcibly shave her head and then left pieces of her hair laying around the apartment. And this is the bathroom where she was locked away for so many hours out of the day. A tiny bathroom, not even wide enough to stretch out your arms. And she told me that in order to get through some of her darkest hours, she would rely on listening to that simple radio.
There's this show, Life in People. It's an educational program for Ni'mat Al-Matari on Monte Carlo at 5 p.m. It's a show that talks about desperation, hope, love, happiness. They talk about children, mothers, politics, about food and drinks. There's nothing they didn't talk about.
She thanks the Palestinian police for finally freeing her. It was a tip from her aunt in the end that did it. She became suspicious of what she saw in her visits. The entire time, Baraa was too scared to say anything to anyone.
I used to live in fear. He made me believe he had cameras and microphones in the house. I used to calculate every breath. I used to fear touching the bathroom walls. What can I tell you? I lived in horror and fear. Although I'm out now, I doubt the air that I breathe.
Because her father and stepmother are Israeli citizens, the Palestinian police quickly turned both over to the Israeli authorities. From that point, they lost access.
He's an Israeli citizen. According to the agreements, we don't have a legal jurisdiction for the father.
But for Baraa now, it's about time lost.
I love my mother. I'm happy to be with my mother.
And ending up in the arms of the person she needs the most. Cal Perry, Al Jazeera, Qalqilya, the occupied West Bank.